Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mr. Vanderclock with your weekly read aloud. I hope everybody is doing well who's watching this right now. The story that I wanted to read to you this week, I think really spoke to me and it just sends a good message during these times. I know that over the last month or so, I felt at times lonely, and my own boys have felt that loneliness as well. They've mentioned to me on more than one occasion how much they want to see their friends at school. And so I chose to read this book. It's called The Bravest Fish this week, and it's by the author Matt Buckingham. And so I think this just sends a really good message that we all need to hear during these times about being brave. Because a lot of times when we're not brave, we feel lonely. And I know that's something a lot of us have felt, including myself. So I'm going to go ahead and read this story this week, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. Make sure that we're in a good position here. It says, far below the waves, a little fish named Stanley lived with his school. They were the brightest, sparkliest fish of the deep, dark sea. One morning, Stanley woke up late. Hello, it's me, he called to his friends, but the reef was strangely quiet, kind of like around here right now. Suddenly, Stanley remembered that today was the day his school swam to cooler waters for the summer. Jumping jellyfish, he groaned. He hurried to the meeting point as fast as his fins could carry him. But no one was there. As he looked around, he saw a bright light. Ha! They haven't gone far, he said, and he raced toward the glow. But it was only a lobster counting coins. Go away! Don't touch my treasure, the lobster growled, snapping his claws. Or I'm looking for my friends, said Stanley. Fish, the lobster grumbled. Those others were in such a hurry to find someone they upset my coins. Others? Asked Stanley. My friends! Join them then, snarled the lobster, and Stanley sped off. Ahead of him, Stanley saw a shimmer. He could just make out a bright, sparkly fish. One of his friends. Hello, it's me, he called, swimming faster. Clonk! Stanley crashed headfirst into something hard. Jumping jellyfish, he cried. It wasn't one of his friends at all, but his own reflection in a shiny pearl. Stanley rubbed his bump nose. Feeling a little dazed, he didn't notice the dark shape coming up behind him. Uh-oh. When he turned around, Stanley found himself staring straight into the mouth of a huge... What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Oh, I hear a lot of you yelling at the screen right now saying it's a shark. Let's see. Shark! Oh, you were right. Oh, my goodness. Ah! Stanley shrieked. Over coral and other weeds, he sped with the shark snapping at his tail. Finally, Stanley saw a small hole in a rock below. He dived down inside just miss being gobbled up. Whew, that was a close one. Deep within the cave, Stanley shivered and shook. He felt sad and lonely. I felt that way a little bit this past few weeks. He was beginning to think he'd never see his friends again. Well, I can't stay here forever, he said at last. Stanley poked his head out of the cave to see if the shark had left. Jumping jellyfish, he squealed. The sea was a golden orange, glowing and glittering. It was the most wonderful sight he had ever seen, because there in front of him were his friends. Hello, it's me, he called. Stanley, his friends cheered. Where have you been? We've been looking all over for you. And Stanley told them his adventures as they swam off in one bright, sparkly, happy school. And I'll tell you what, boys and girls, the day that we are all able to come back together in this school is going to be one happy, bright, sparkly day, and one that I cannot wait for. And I know it's going to come. I can't give you a date. I don't know when that's going to be, but I promise you that's going to come, and that's going to be an awesome, special day. But until then, while we're apart, even though it feels like we're apart, Know that we're really together, right? And I encourage all of you to be brave. All right, take care. We'll see you guys all next week.